Tap it.
Whoa, whoa!
Sorry. Wrong show. That's later tonight, ladies. So the dancers who went frantic to the breaks were known as the breakers. It wasn't until the media came along and said, well, that's kind of a lot to explain. So we're going to add dance to the end of the word, make it a lot easier. But the original name our forefathers gave us was B-boy, B-girl, or breaking for general. Now, when breaking first started, there were no crazy dynamic movements. There was no spinning on your head. There was no flying from here to Venus. That didn't exist. There was regular dancing on top. Everybody dancing just like this. Even the girls. Wasn't until two guys came along and revolutionized breaking. They were twin brothers. They used to dance for Cool Herc, and historically they went by the name of Nigga Twins. And Nigga Twins were the very first B-boys to go on the ground and stay on the ground. Yeah. After that came Spy, the man with 1,000 moves. Then Spy would look at the twins and be like, "Yo, they whack. I'm better than that." And he would go home and he would practice. And he added on to the vocabulary by doing what we now call a six-step. After that came Beaver from Zulu Kings, and he added on to the vocabulary by doing this kick sporadic style kind of movement and doing what we now call freezes. After that came Track 2, one of the very first Hispanic breakers. Now Track was a gymnast, that's what he did in high school, he did gymnastics. So one day they was like, "Yo, get down, Track," and he did a flare. Anybody know what a flare is? You want to show us? If you ever watch gymnastics, they have a long wooden pole with two rings in the middle of it. It's called a pommel horse. And they hold on to those rings and they swing their legs around. That's a flare. Now he did that on concrete. Now he did that, everybody was like, whoa. And he upped the ante of breaking. Then came the very first crew to turn company, which was the Rocksteady crew. And the Rocksteady crew was just like any other crew, getting down on a piece of cardboard or on the concrete, until a guy by the name of Michael Holman came along, who was somewhat of a manager to Rocksteady. Say, "Hey, I could get you into the movie Flashdance." How many people have seen Flashdance? Okay, good. Google, YouTube, Flashdance. Okay. Say, "Hey, I can get you into the movie Flashdance." And they were like, "Nah, yo, people gonna bite our moves. They gonna see us on TV, they gonna steal all our moves. No, we're not down with that, no." And Mike was like, "But I get you about 6,000 each." And they were like, "Okay." So if you've ever seen Flashdance, it's a small 15 to 20-second clip of the Rocksteady crew just getting down on a piece of cardboard in an alleyway. From that one small clip, breaking became a huge phenomenon. Next you know it's Rocksteady in Brussels, Berlin, England, France, Spain. They come back to America and breaking is just bigger than ever. They have huge billboards on Times Square with B-boys like this. They had commercials for the presidency for Ronald Reagan. Wow. Where the New York City breakers are flipping and turning up a storm and they spinning and they get up and they go, "Vote for Reagan." You go to Kmart and get like a 5x5 cardboard box for like $2.99. You would flip it open and said the Oz Rock on it, you would dance on it. They had little B-boy action figures where you pull the string and the B-boys would turn right next to the G.I. Joes. How many people remember G.I. Joes? You old.
Golden.
So after the Rocksteady crew came Dynamic Rockers, New York City Breakers. You travel to the West Coast, you got LA Breakers and Air Force crew. And all these crews turning into companies, which gives me my job that I have today. So without further ado, I'm going to shut up and show you what breaking looks like. Here we go, folks. Go!